On May 11th, Mike Tomlin, the head football coach of the NFL's Pittsburgh Steelers and a 1995 graduate of the college, returned to his alma mater to deliver the 2008 commencement address. While on campus, Tomlin spoke with members of the local press corps about his life, his philosophy for coaching, and his ties to William & Mary. The first question involved his return as commencement speaker.
It was a tremendous honor, to say the least. I'm humbled by it, and I'm glad that they would include me on such a special day, and just look forward to enjoying it with them.
What's the message?
It's a message of persevere. It's the game of life to me is about rebounding, sustaining, and responding, and I think that's ultimately what defines us. And hopefully, I'll be able to provide a message that inspires those actions.
How special is it to come home like this? And just 12 or 13 years ago, you were participating in this yourself, and now you're going to be leading the group out.
It's very special. It's really surreal when you think about it. 13 years ago to the day, Mother's Day, 1995, I sat where they sit. And, unlike a lot of alums, I don't get the enjoyment of coming back for homecoming weekends. Usually I work on weekends in the fall. So when I get these moments, these opportunities to come back, which of course don't happen too often, it's special for me. Just like any other person that loves this place and had a great experience here, it's not unlike those feelings that they have. You reminisce, you reflect, and you just enjoy being in places where it was critical in your growth and development. It's where we all kind of became adults, and that's what makes it special.
And I know even with the busy schedule of a head coach of an NFL team, you've come back several times this past year.
Yeah, and that's the great thing. I make my own schedule. So actually, I've had more opportunities to come back since I've been a head coach than I did when I was assistant.
Tomlin talked about attacking life and measuring success.
You don't know what life has in store for you, and you have to attack it. And you got to remain unwavering. And success is not always measured in the outcome, or a scoreboard, if you will. We got an obligation to give back, to make society a better place to live.
He acknowledged the influence that William & Mary head football coach Jimmy Laycock continues to have on him.
Well, maybe the community does know what they have in Coach Laycock, man, but I find myself doing Coach Laycock-like things all the time. It's been a good thing to call on every now and then in this profession. He's one of the great ones, and I've always been one that I refuse to ride the emotional roller coaster. I want to be the same guy day in and day out. I think that's one of the things that's Coach Laycock's calling card, like Coach Dungy's calling card. Very different people, but one of the things that bind all great coaches, in my opinion, is that they're the same guy every day. They don't ride the emotional roller coaster. They don't respond to short-term successes or failures. And, it's tougher to do than one would imagine. I've never been that way because of my exposure to guys like Coach Laycock and Coach Dungy. But when you sit in the chair that I sit, it's more difficult than you anticipate.
He was asked whether being a head football coach is more difficult than he had imagined.
It depends on what day you ask me. Really, it's more exciting than you could imagine. It's more difficult sometimes than you could imagine. It runs the gamut. It runs the spectrum of emotions and feelings. But one thing it is exciting. We're going to be judged. I'm paid to be judged. I don't care about the elevator music. I hear it, but I don't. My goal is to coach my football team and put them in position to win. That is something that is a change that you have to deal with, and not even necessarily for me. I don't mind it, but when you have a head coaching job, your family is subject to that scrutiny and that analysis, and they have to deal with it the way I do.
Tomlin said he was not surprised about the fervor exhibited by Pittsburgh fans known as Steelers Nation.
When you're in this business, you know what Steeler Nation is about. You admire it from afar, and I have. when you play against those guys, particularly when you're at home and you see how their fans travel, like I've been exposed to several times, particularly early on when I first got into the league. You know what Steeler Nation's about. You eagerly anticipate it. It's been everything that I thought it would be, and then some.
He was asked if there is such a thing as Tribe Nation.
Yes, there is, and I get exposed to that every now and then. We got a nice contingent of the Tribe faithful in Western PA, which is good. One day, man, I hope to come back and watch a game in Zabel Stadium. I think that would be awesome, man. Some things that maybe alumni take for granted. A lot of guys that I play with, they come back and watch a game or two a year. I hadn't seen a William & Mary game since I played in one. It'd be awesome. Maybe one day to come back and watch a game. It'd be great. Hopefully, Laycock would let me stand on sideline somewhere. I'm not gonna hold my breath on that.
Tomlin closed the press conference by assessing his own William & Mary experience.
This place, although it's small, prepares you to deal. The level of professionalism within the football program, the things that are required of you outside the football program, the interaction with people, all those things, it prepared me for what I do on a day-to-day basis. I'm extremely comfortable with what it is I have to do for a living, whether it's directly related to my job or the things that come with my job. And the reason I'm comfortable is because of the experience that I gained here as an 18, 19, 20-year-old. That's what makes this place special.
What the hell were you thinking going for two from the 12-yard line?
You know me, Dave. I throw caution to the wind, man. I play to win.